Hello everybody, this is House Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Shadows over Loathing. I almost said West of Loathing there, that was the previous game. In the previous episode, we started off making our character, and then our bus that we were taking to Ocean City ran out of gas, and for some reason it is the passenger's responsibility to do that. Anyways, in the previous episode, we managed to gain enough XP points that we can level up one of our skills. I think what I want to go for is Strong Back, followed by Fashion Sense. Strong Back, because we're primarily going to be using muscle attacks, or attacks that make use of our muscles, so I think I'm going to take that. Can't put your back into it if your back is barely strong enough to support the weight of your own head. Your muscle lets you lift heavy things, break fragile things, and deal damage with melee weapon attacks. +1 to muscle. Might be tempting to try and save up and go for good eyesight, but we're going to be getting plenty of XP that we'll be able to get that later on, and we don't really need the extra item or meat drops, as there ain't too much fighting. Well, actually there is a fair bit of fighting to be done in this, but nothing we can really get out of that. Now, we do need a bit of moxie to search this, and we're going to want to, because that's going to get us something that we're going to need. You'd go up there if it weren't for your hay fever, and you're falling out of lofts fever. But yeah, something that I actually didn't really go into in too much detail is that we have a slot that we didn't have in the previous game. Familiars. Jasper the Finch. When you were 4 years old, Jasper flew into your bedroom window and refused to leave. He's been with you as a familiar ever since. Familiars can level up to increase their stats, and how they do, and they all have different effects. There are several that we can get. Jasper's just the one we start with, and each round of combat increases your muscle, mysticality, or a moxie. Alright, anyways, head this way. That scarecrow is a bit more intimidating than usual. Crows around here must be real aggressive. Show it we aren't scared. With our upgraded muscle, we should be able to take it out fairly easily. It can take us out in 2 turns, because, you know, it's using a gun. But we should be fine. Let's throw a rock at it. And then hit it with our fishing rod. Ooh, extra muscle. Perfect. And then go for the rod to finish it off, which technically we didn't really need thanks to Jasper, but meh. Now it's just a regular scarecrow with a gun. 5 XP. Excellent. This thing's crow menacing days are over. You'd think you'd want to take the gun, but no. Anyways, it's an old tractor. There's an old rag shoved in where the gas cap should be. Pull the rag out. You pull the rag out and sniff the tank. It smells like there's a little gas left in there. Collect it. Dip the rag into the gas tank, soak up all the gas, and then wring it out into your can. Full gas can. It's a crude device, but it beats keeping your loose gas on the ground. Yeah, the description doesn't change. Now, here's the thing. At this point, we could just go back to the bus. That's that. But there's still some more stuff we can do around here. There's nothing else to do with this tractor except maybe sit in it and pretend to be a farmer. Do that then. Hope we have time to plant some soybeans before it's time to shear the bulls. Gotta milk the goats before sunup. I'm gonna fertilize my semolina and then plant the corn. Pretending. Time to plow some fields. Man, even pretending to farm is hard work. We're gonna stop. That's all we can get out of it. Let's see, we're just 5 shy of getting the next perk. May as well tell Elias about his scarecrow. Hey Elias, what can I do for you? Tell him about the scarecrow. I had to beat up your scarecrow. Sorry. Well, I was leaving it behind anyhow, but why'd you go and do a thing like that for? It shot at me. With a gun. Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable then. Alright. Oh. Hey, little buddy. This turtle is stuck on its back. Why aren't you helping it? I am helping it. There you go, buddy. Now, it seems like he's going behind Elias's shack, but he's actually not. If we backtrack just a little bit, we find this. There's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Read it. Historic site. At this exact spot on the 13th of October, 1908, The state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T, purchased by Hiram O. Crollins, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. Good. Swell. Everything about this is great and you aren't regretting this trip before you've even arrived. Go on about your normal, non-haunted day. So it's currently 1928. Specifically October 13th, 1928. Anyways, if we backtrack towards the bus stop... Ta-da! Huh, this turtle seems to be heading to Ocean City, too. At this rate, it might beat you there. What do you want to name the turtle? I was going to go for Turd anyways. And we got a new familiar. This turtle is like a slow bandage. Each round of combat, Turd heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality. Sweet. It's only one, but in the prologue, that's actually pretty useful. And honestly, a little more useful than Jasper the Finch. To be honest, once I got Turd, I never really used Jasper. Sad thing, but it's true. Alright, going back to it, we are going to head back past Elias Chekhov's farm. Enjoy Blue Cola, the honorable choice. An old billboard from before the war. Before the war. Apparently it's a reference to the cola wars between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Looks like they drove this boxcar out here and then took the track away? Boy, someone must have hated this boxcar. Oh hey, a hobo. Cheerful-looking hobo toots idly on a harmonica. Interrupt his tootling. Hi there, I'm Talia. Well, howdy there, neighbor, I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, the way I see it, this whole country is my home, so everybody is my neighbor. Aw, that's nice. Either that or they're all trespassers who'd better get off of my property. I'm just joshing you, friend. Care for some jerky? What kind? Clam. It's a local delicacy. Huh. Sure, I'll have some jerky. There you are. Can't buy the stuff myself. Like eating a dried slug, but saltier. Come to think of it, that's exactly what it is. You're really selling me on this local delicacy. Well, it's local delicacy that gives us extra muscle. If you ask me, the locals are a little bit weird. Okay. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii, but I got bored of the gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the rails. You rode the rails? From Hawaii. Yep, real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through all right. You ever think of going back? Well, they only got the one track there, so it was a one-way trip. Might head back for a visit once they've built a second one, though. Huh. Do you live here? Not permanent-like, but I've been camped out here a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the boss has sent a railroad bull to run everybody off. Railroad bull? You mean like a cop? Yeah, you could say that. I think he's still prowling around out back if you care to test your mettle. I don't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? No, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club once he gets it off of you. Huh. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that there's a camp forming in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there once this rain lets up. Word on the wall? I've never heard that phrase. Is it like through the grapevine? Heh, similar. I see. Well, I'm gonna take my leave. How is knapsack? Is this knapsack your only luggage? Oh, that ain't mine. It's been there since before I arrived myself. Nobody's been able to work out how to open the dang thing. If you can figure out the trick, you're welcome to it. You inspect the bag. It appears to be latched shut with one of those puzzles made out of bent nails and steel wire. I wasn't just harmonicking Dixie. Let's leave it for now. Open fire in an enclosed space. Classic. Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled on the walls of the boxcar. Uh-huh. Well, we got a gas can. Pour the gas into your own can, then hide the empty can behind some of the garbage. A 133% full gas can. Right. There's something shiny in this pile. Dig for it. Got a 1917 SIT class ring. Tarnished class ring from the Seaside Institute of Technology, adorned with a blue jewel supported by a pair of tiny carved badgers. Makes everyone think you attended SIT, or mug someone who did. This one is actually, I believe, kind of useless, but it's good for getting us some free XP. This door is extremely heavy. Can't open it. Not without eating something. It's the only other way we're getting extra XP points. But, well, it's the only way we're getting extra triple M points. Tell him about the ring you found. Found this old class ring. You hand it to him, and he looks it over. Hey, 17 SIT ring. I got one of these in faux emerald, but not a faux sapphire like this one. These are the ones they gave to junior varsity pig skinners. Had a little enchantment on them so the kids wouldn't get quite so many concussions. Probably worn off by now. Is it worth anything? Nah, not to a jeweler or a pawnbroker or anything like that. 8-karat gold and the stone's made of glass. A collector would give you 30 meat for it, such as myself, if you're interested in selling it. Actually, you can just have it. Well, thank you. That's right generous. He admires it a bit more, then slips it into the pocket of his overalls. Don't mention it. And that gets us what we need to get our moxie up. Yes, I want to do that. Gonna head out here. Let's see, did I need 3 muscle for this? Yes, I did. So, with the moxie we get this. It's mostly tools you don't understand, but you do find some gloves. Welding gloves. A pair of thick gloves designed to protect your hands from errant sparks caused by your negligence and lack of welding skills. +1 hot armor. Yes, there are various elements in this game, such as, I believe, hot, sleazy, stench, physical, cold, and spooky. There might be another, but I'm forgetting it off the top of my head. And there is armor that you can get against it, and you're gonna need it. Anyways, I think we're gonna eat the clam jerky. Not much of a use for it outside of the prologue. Increase your muscle by 1 until you eat something else. It's always nice to get a gift from a kindly stranger, but it's especially nice when that gift is dried flesh. You gnaw on the jerky until the gnawing is done. Slightly clammier. Your body's now approximately 1% clam on account of the small amount of clam you just put in it. The swallowing, too. Alright, that gets our muscle up to 3. Cabinet is rusted shut. Force it open. It's full of little glass bottles labeled Harlan Tussent's Medical Gasoline. For horses weak of limb and character. Collect it. You uncork all the bottles and pour them into your gas can. Sorry, future sick horses. Let's see, anything to talk to Elias about? Then if we head over here, we can force this open. Oh, something else. We can also reach in here and grab it. We get a crowbar. This is a tool for prying things open, like the door to a saloon for ravens, or a crate containing a tiny tavern for magpies, or the boarded-up window of a speakeasy for jackdaws. You get it. It's also a weapon. There's carving on the trunk of this tree. It says, "Howie loves playing the harmonica." Aww. Somebody has placed a sheet of filthy linoleum on the ground here in an effort to lend legitimacy to this outdoor kitchen. Stewing this pot is beyond help, but you could probably salvage the ladle. Do so. Hey, this isn't a ladle, it's a spatula. No wonder the stew's so messed up. We've got a item, grimy spatula. This is our magical item. Mysticality plus 2 physical damage. Could be good, but I'm sticking with my muscle because that's my highest stat right now. It's one of those newfangled indoor-outdoor refrigerators. Somebody left a perfectly good mason jar of gasoline in here. Take it. 200% full gasoline. There is an achievement for getting that up to 300% because that's the highest you can get it. I've already got it, so I'm not going to bother. Alright. Uh-oh. It's that railroad bull Howie told you about. Although railroad minotaur would probably be more accurate. Take him by the horns. Halt, trespasser. Let's see. I'm going to hit him with the rock. And then hit him with my fishing rod. He's going to gore me. But Turt's going to heal me. Which actually leaves me with some extra should I need it. But I don't. You beat the Minotaur. Got 5 XP out of it, and there's also an old car here. A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That model never really seemed to take off. Oh look, it has a gas can on it. Help ourselves. And let's talk to Howie. Howdy, Howie. Howdy, Talia. What can I do for you? Well, make sure you talk to him about this. I dealt with that railroad bull for you. You did? Well, now that's a real service to the hobo community. Ain't got anything to offer you as a reward, but I surely won't forget this. No problem, Howie. I think in my original playthrough I forgot to tell him about that. Any plans for the future? Uh-huh. Same thing as it was before. Let's take our leave. Let's see. I believe from the knapsack we get a key which we can then use to get some more gas. Again, I've already got the achievement, and there is something I want to save that cheese loaf for later on. But let's first pry up the floorboards. There's some kind of old cellar under here, and go down. You could probably make a crude ladder out of these bits of wood. Do it. There we go. Rickety and unsafe, just the way you like it. Barrel of decades-old bacon grease. Very nasty. All these jars of food are revolting, but on the bright side, all but 3 of them are broken. Take them. Are you sure? They're really gross. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, it's your funeral. If you eat them, I mean. Got an item. Jar of gross old vegetables. This is actually a combat item. You don't know what went into this jar, but you know that the only thing that's ever going to come out of it is a congealed mass of foul goo. Reduces an enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 3 when you chuck it at them. That's going to be very useful in a moment. You can't tell if these spiders are fighting or flirting. Interrupt them either way. Now then, these guys poison us when they attack. Oh, right, there's no music because of the rain. There's usually music. Now, if you look at these, one's a blind spider, the other, a more dangerous blind spider. It pays to read these things. Plus, you also know what they're going to do to you. More dangerous blind spider intends to poison Talia Hunt for 5. This one, we need to take out first. Go for the rock, and then the fishing rod. That only leaves us to deal with this guy, who, yes, is going to poison us. Turt will heal us. And that leaves us with more than enough to take care of it. Ta-da! You have rendered Chekhov's cellar spiderless, or at least free of spiders that are large enough for you to see. Shudder. And not enough XP, but if we head up this way... Dust Devil is really kicking up some dickens under there. Drag it out. Are you sure? Chekhov said these things were pretty dangerous. Yes, I'm sure. Now this guy is going to hit us with a vicious stabbing that gets us to start bleeding. That bleeding is pretty bad. But what we need to do is we need to use the gross vegetables on the Dust Devil. Now, bear in mind, any combat items you use, whether you win or lose the fight, are used up. So be careful when using them. If you're certain you can't really win, then you're better off just running away. Now, because his muscle's gone down, he's going to be doing a lot less damage to us. And hopefully we got just enough to take him down. Yep. You really gave that devil its due. The turtle grows stronger. +1 maximum HP. I'd prefer it if his mysticality went up. Anyways, with that, we can get the last of these. Oh, right, I forgot to read the fashion sense. You know you're not supposed to wear plaid and stripes at the same time, but you're so cool you can get away with it anyway. Your moxie helps you look cool, move with grace and style, and deal damage with ranged weapons, guns, and musical instruments. Quick wit. You might not be the sharpest tool in the drawer, but you're not the dullest knife in the shed. Mysticality helps you figure out things, sound smart when you talk, and deal damage with magical weapons, mostly utensils. Let's get that for some extra mysticality. And let's go let Chekhov know that the Dust Devil's no longer a problem. Tell him about the Dust Devil. Took care of that Dust Devil in your bedroom. Did you now? Well, thank you kindly. Of course, it's a bit late for my purposes, but I imagine the next occupants will be grateful. Hope the thing didn't rough you up too bad. Nah, it was a snap. Now, like I said, I'm not going for the 300 gas can because I want to save the cheese loaf for something else. But, seeing as how we've got it, let's eat the Bison's extra sweet pears. Consuming this will place the effect slightly clammier. You sure you want to do that? Yes. You open the can using the can opener you keep hidden in your sock in case of a can-related emergency, and eat the sugary pears. Extra canny. These canned pears really fortified your mental function. Or maybe it's just a sugar rush from the gooey syrup they were drowned in. Probably. Sweet. Too sweet, in fact. I mean, they did say they were sickly sweet. And we may as well equip the grimy spatula, because currently that is going to be our best weapon right now. Though I don't think we have any more fighting to deal with. Anyways, head on in the back, and there was something we needed mysticality for. It's some kind of weird machine. Figure it out. There's an engraved plate on the side of side of it that says Helco Portable Gasoline Generator. Aha! It's a machine for generating portable gasoline. Harvest some? It's not really. To extract today's crop of gasoline from the miraculous machine. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, if we were to use the cheese loaf to get a Moxie of 3, we could get a key out of that knapsack. That key would unlock this, which will get us a hose for that gas pump we passed by before. But, like I said, I want to save that cheese loaf for something else. Oh, and by the way, you don't need to have the fishing rod equipped to use it. This pump is full of water instead of gas. Can I fish in it? You should have known there weren't any fish in there. You can see the entire thing from here. Was worth a try. Anyways, with that, we have got just about everything. So, I think it's about time for us to move on. Hey there, friend. Any luck with the gas? Show the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can. Well, This can doesn't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did that. Well, whatever. Are you ready to hit the road? Yeah, let's get out of here. He takes his can and empties it into the bus's tank. And with that, we're on our way. All aboard! Get back on the bus. Climb back on the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. The sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunkett Street. And you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey, kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. What? All ashore what's going ashore. Thanks for traveling, Willis Busco. Disembark. Cold War surplus. The Army surplus store is closed for the night. There's Murray's Antiques, but let's head to the left first. Hobo seems wholly unperturbed by the rain. Talk to him. Nice weather we're having. He smiles, then looks up and lets the rain splash on his face for a while. Heh. Suits me just fine, I guess. A wise man once said, the rain falls on poor man and rich man alike. Was that before umbrellas were invented, or... My name's Gus, by the way. Hi, I'm Talia. Pleased to meet you, Talia. Say, you wouldn't have a couple of meat to spare, would you? Sure. You flip Gus some meat-y beans. Oh, thanks you very much, Talia. Old Gus won't forget your kindness, you bet. Take her easy, Gus. Alright, nothing else to it. Don't worry, we will check out the rest of the street, just not yet. We're gonna head for Murray's Antiques. The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The young woman at the counter looks up at you as you enter. Oh, hi, you must be Talia. We don't get many customers this time of night. Or at all, really. That's me. You were expecting me? Yeah, Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me the letter to mail. Or that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, jeez, you're soaking wet. Come in, I'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any vintage bric-a-brac as Jessica grabs the threadbare towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off before tossing it to you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. You said that in kind of an ominous way. Where is he? I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact and said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You make trying to talk great Aunt Ruthie into selling her Mother's Chesterfield sound like a deadly spy mission. Yeah, this is gonna take some explaining. Well, I'm definitely intrigued now. Explain away. We don't have a lot of time just now, but follow me and I'll give you a quick sketch. Okay? Jessica leads you into a back room furnished with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. Welcome to our back office, the hub of our little operation. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques. Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out that there's a bunch of antiques circulating that are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray called them tainted. Dark magic. Real bad mojo, you know? Cursed. You know, I'm pretty sure this is the same Murray we met in West of Loathing. That or they're a relative. Oh, for a second I thought you were making bathtub gin or something. It's no joke. That's what our real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We'll find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling them keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down all these evil doodads and neutralize them so nobody gets hurt. And Uncle Murray went out to get one and never came back. That's the long and the short of it. Yep. What do you say? Are you in? Absolutely. I'm always up for crazy adventure. Great. You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment, a goblin pokes her head into the office. Hello? Oh, hey, that's swell timing. Hey, Gabby. Murray's sister's kid showed up. Come meet her. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Hi, hello. The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be a dear and carry your luggage to Murray's room and grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? She can't sleep there till we find Murray. You've gotten it. Or she can sleep there till we find Murray. Gabby picks up your suitcase and carries it through a door in the back of the room. Great. I could really use some sleep. You're not sure what this clock is telling, but it sure isn't time. This desk is a mess. Ask Jessica about it. Whose desk is this? Murray's. I keep nagging him to straighten it up before someone bumps into it and we have to call the National Guard to dig them out of the avalanche. With curse-proof shovels and a squad of exorcists handy. Anyway, best not to mess with it. Will do. I mean, won't. There's nobody you need to call right now. There's nobody at this desk. Hey, Jessica, whose desk is this? Charles Wallace, our handyman. He's up fixing a leak on the roof right now, but he'll be back later tonight. See. White cat is snoozing on an old towel. What's this cat's name? Calliope. Murray got her a couple years ago. Scritch behind the cat's ears. Give Calliope a good scritching, but she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? She'll warm up eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loves those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. You can get some more tomorrow. They have them at the Cold War surplus store next door. Okay. Modern radio stands here in defiance of the concept of antiques. You cannot even hazard a guess as to what this contraption does. Wonder where this door leads. You open the door and there's just a brick wall behind it. Apparently it goes nowhere. You don't have time to play games right now. This is your new bedroom, apparently. You can hear Gabby bustling around in there, making the bed and such. Go in. Hang on a sec. You can't go to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Wow, a mission already? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since unfalling them is so sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectatron 1000. We've just gotten it up and running since Murray left, and it turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. I was gonna have Gabby go get it, but that's why she came over tonight. But since you turned up out of the blue, I guess there's no time like the present. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there is literally no time except for the present. What? As in there might not be a future? You won't have far to go. It's just down the other end of the block. If the readings are right, there's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier this year. It should be in there. Well, Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. I'm not unfamiliar with violence. Yeah, well, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby. Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. Go to the newspaper office with Talia and help her get that hat, okay? Okay, Gabby is ready for action. Let's move, Z. Make an excited sigh. Alright, fine. You said it's a hat? A cursed hat? According to the readout, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. I'm supposed to do what? Just break in and take it? Well, not break exactly. I managed to finagle a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. Pretty sure that still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out and back here in bed before you know it. Newspaper office key. Jessica gave you this key to the newspaper office so you can retrieve a cursed hat for her. Sweet, let's do this. And we will, but that's going to have to wait till the next episode because we are out of time for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for an upload, and please leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.